Hi guys, it's lizzisimss here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing okay, staying safe and taking care of your mental well-being. So today I have another speed build video for you. I am still riding that cottage train. I am so into building cottages right now, and this is before the packs coming out, the new cottage living, country living. I keep forgetting what it's called. I think it's called Cottage. But I'm so hyped for it, and I just want to build cottages, and I hope this doesn't die out by the time the pack actually gets in my hands, because I've just been wanting to do them so often. I just really hope that I'm not sick of it, or you guys are sick of cottages by the time that the pack actually comes out. But I promise I've built other stuff too. Anyway, the pack's not too far off now. I think it's just a week or so. So maybe this might be the last cottage until that point. But I really love how this one turned out. It is a cottage in the woods. It's in Windenburg, on like I think it's on the island part, like that very remote one. I can't remember the name. It might be like middle of nowhere or mid nowhere or something like that. You can see it in the left hand corner, but that's where it is. I always forget the lots, and it is actually quite a small one. I think it's like a 20 by 15 or 20 by 20. I can't remember, but it's a small lot. So the house isn't huge. It's just a 1-bed, 1-bath house, but there's also a small little study / reading nook / like craft kind of room in there. So I think it turned out quite spacious. There is just room for 1 or 2 Sims as a couple. I don't want to call it like a grandparent's house again, because my last build was a grandparent's house, but it does have that elderly, cozy, cottagey vibe. But I think that's just the vibe of cottages. Like, they just scream grandparents to me. So there's some knitting stuff inside. Everything's very cute, very, like I said, cozy, very comfy. Similar to my last one, let's be honest, but I think I actually like this one a little bit more. The interior is really cutesy. Like, I went with a lot of pastels, especially pinks and light blues, a bit of yellow, I think. So yes, it's very much a cutesy vibe. But I absolutely love the shape of the house. It's quite simple. There's a box with a few jut outs here and there, and I love the landscaping. It's overgrown, but not like crazy overgrown, and they don't end up having like too much space on the outside, but you know, it's enough for 2 Sims or 1 or 2 Sims that might live here. So that is basically the whole vibe of the house. I'm really excited about this one. I just really like it. I would love to live here. Well, actually I say that, and then I'm thinking, like, would I want to live in the middle of the woods by myself? Probably not. But look at the view. It's got like, it's near the water and it's so beautiful. I think people will be walking around here quite often, so I don't think it's like too out of the way, like too lonely. It would just be a little bit weird for me living in the middle of nowhere. Basically, like, the lot name is literally like mid nowhere, at least I think it is. And I just don't know how well I would do with it. I don't know, I just think I'm not really a city girl, even though I do live in London, but I'm not from London. I'm from Leeds. I'm from up north in the UK, and there it's not exactly like a massive city, but where I grew up, it's, you know, it's big enough, but you've still got like the countryside like right there if you want it. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm used to. That's what I enjoy, kind of a bit of both. I find London a little bit too much. I'm kind of used to it now because it's been almost 3 years since I've lived in London, and I'm kind of getting there, but I still I still try and convince my partner that I want to move back up north from time to time. But maybe for a holiday home, I'd go here. Like, it would be really nice to get away and see the sea and be in the middle of the forest. So in that sense, yes, I would like to be here, but to live permanently might not be my exact cup of tea as much as I would like to say. So you know, because when people talk about living in a cottage, it's so cute and sweet, but when you think about it logistically, I just don't think it would be very, like, I don't know, convenient. It would be a bit lonely, especially if you lived there with one person and then you only saw that person for, like, I mean, I'm not coming off very nice, but I don't know. I need, like, my own space, and I need to, like, be able to go out and have a shop there. I honestly don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But the build, I'm just working on the landscaping. There are a lot of plants around this house. I just picked a lot of random stuff from the Live Edits plants, and I just kind of went with what I thought looked good, and it ended up being very, very overgrown, but I really enjoy it. And I do go and finish the garden off a little bit more, but I just wanted to get started on the inside just so I knew that everything fit. But yes, as soon as I placed this pink tile with the blue laundry machines, that's what I knew the color scheme was going to be. So I do kind of continue that throughout the house. And yeah, I just think it looks really cute. I really enjoy it. I used the Country Kitchen kit counters and the overhead cabinet, as well as like one cabinet from Parenthood, just because I didn't like how the Country Kitchen kit cabinet, that is a mouthful, I didn't like how that looked. I just don't know. Some of them I really love, and some of them look a bit off. I know how people have said it about the plates that I've used here, like the plate option of the overhead cabinets for the Country Kitchen kit. I do agree. Some of them, they sometimes look too big. There's not loads of variety. And yeah, so I think the Parenthood ones in this white swatch mixed with the Country Kitchen cabinets actually worked really, really well. And I'm really happy with the kitchen. I think it's so adorable. I clutter it up a decent amount. It's not a huge space, but I did clutter up the overhead cabinets and added some cute decor here and there just to make it lived in. And I actually really like that the laundry is in the kitchen, because to me that's really realistic, because in the UK we don't really have like separate areas for the kitchen for the laundry machines. And actually, I don't know many people that have a dryer. Usually there's just a washing machine, and maybe there's a dryer option in there, but most people I know just have the washing machine, and it's usually in the kitchen. Like, we don't put it in a separate room, we don't put it I don't know, in the hallway sometimes, but really most of the time it's in the kitchen. That's what I wanted to say. But here we have moved on to the living room. So there is a slight hallway. It's really small from the front door into the living room, and it also separates off into the study as well. But I carried that pink and blue really cutesy look to the living room as well. It is a little bit much, I think, but I just think it's so adorable, which is fine. I kind of imagine maybe like a grandma living here on her own. I think it's kind of sad thinking about that, but it is very cutesy. So maybe she just moved out here and she wanted to decorate it exactly how she wanted, and this is the color scheme that she likes. You know, I'm not gonna argue with that, but I don't know. I just wanted to make something that was a little bit cuter. I wanted to use some more pastel colors, and that's exactly what I ended up doing. I don't know if it's a bit too much. I tried to make the walls a little bit neutral, and the other furniture that I used, like the bookshelves and some of the pictures, like in the curtains, I wanted them to be in a neutral swatch, so it's not too much, you know, all at once. But it is very, very cutesy. I really like it. I think it's so cute. But here is the kind of study slash hobby room slash reading nook room. Yeah, it's kind of all of those things in one. I just had this extra room that I could have turned into a bedroom, if I'm honest. There's definitely enough space, but I just wanted it to be a kind of study room, because I don't imagine that the Sims that live here have children, and it might be like a little bit far out for any family to come and like stay. Like maybe they just live a bit too far, and maybe they like it that way, so they just wanted to create a really nice cozy room for themselves, you know, to do some reading, to do some hobbies, and to just relax. Like it's their own space, you know. But that is it for that room, and this is just a really small hallway, nothing really fancy. Just a coat rack and a rug and all that usual hallway stuff, but in a very small space. And here is the bathroom. So I did kind of struggle with wallpapers, but I ended up with this blue one, obviously carrying on with that blue and pink color scheme. Looking back, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I think in the end it turned out quite nice, because I used the blue counters from Parenthood, and they kind of tied everything in, along with some pink and white accessories here and there. So it does match the rest of the house. Everything's very, very matchy. Clearly this Sim likes pink and blue and all things cute. But yeah, that is what I ended up doing. They only have a shower, which is the shower that came with Snowy Escape. If it's annoying you, you can change it to a shower tub combo, but the way I placed the windows, I couldn't really get one in there, so there's just a shower. I thought that might be better if it's an elderly Sim living here, because realistically old people don't really like to get in baths. At least my grandma doesn't, because she can't get in one. But anyway, this is the bedroom. Again, pink and blue with some white furniture. I wanted it to be really cozy, and I did want to make use the more like drapey windows, and I've seen other people complain about this as well. They keep clipping to the other side of the window, and it's so annoying. I don't know what's up with that. I really hope they fix it soon. But first off, like one side would work and the other wouldn't, with the other curtains I wanted to use, and I just couldn't get them to fit, and I was getting very frustrated. So I just ended up using these pink blinds, I think from Discover University, I think. So yeah, it's not the exact look that I wanted. I wanted more like drapey kind of windows, curtains, but it is what it is. And then they have a dresser in here. They have quite a few decorations. There's a clock, there's some plants, there's a bookshelf, a couple of side tables with some clutter on it. There's a sofa, and lots of pictures on the walls. I just wanted it to look really lived in, really cozy. And yeah, I just really like how it turned out. It's mostly blue in this room with some pink and white accents, but here we have moved on to the outside that I'm just gonna finish off here. I don't think there's much going on. Maybe a couple plant pots. There's this table and a barbecue, I believe, and then I just add some more landscaping and some plants outside, and I finish off the build like that. And I actually really like how this one turned out. So the screenshots are coming up. If you do like this video, please do like, comment and subscribe. You can leave any build suggestions you might have for me in the comment section below. I hope everyone's as excited as for the new pack as I am. I'm just so hyped for it, and I hope you guys don't mind that there'll be probably a couple more cottages coming out very soon. But that is it for me for this voiceover. Again, I hope you guys did like this one. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.